Hello everyone, I'm Dee Manning. I'm going to be delivering the virtual art sessions over the next few weeks. It will be time and space for you to escape all the stress and the challenges that are just, might be overpowering you. But it might just be something that you've never tried, you've always wanted to try, and something where I use to just chill out and just escape and have some fun. The tools that you're going to need are a pencil, a rubber, pencil sharpener, a ruler, because you're going to be measuring and drawing a graph. If you haven't got a ruler, a measuring tape, then you need anything that can draw a straight line. You're going to need some tissue, a cotton pad. You're probably thinking, what am I going to need them for? And some tape to hold down your paper. And your image. So these are the tools that you're going to need for your sessions. Have a comfy chair. I normally have some water or some juice and some munchies because I like to munch while I'm sketching. So just come with an open mind and a smile and enjoy. See you in a bit. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to take your ruler and we're going to turn the image into a grid. We're going to use 2 centimetre squares. So what you're going to do is level it all up and you're going to just mark across the bottom of the image. And if you haven't got a ruler, that's when you use your measuring tape. So measure in 2 centimetre squares along the bottom, and then starting from the bottom, line it up from the bottom of the image. You're going to do mark 2 centimetres. Up to the top of the image. Whoa. Just drop down there, and then we're going to go to the other side here, line it up the bottom of the image so that it's all level and balanced. And we're going to mark it 2 centimetres. Okay, and the same across the top, starting from this side, line it up with your image and then two centimetres across. Okay, now we're going to draw the lines down from marker to marker so that they're straight and level. Across. From this marker to that one, continue that. And once you've done that, you're going to go across line up your ruler or whatever you're using to draw a straight line with, go across mark to mark. Make sure it's level. Fingers are a bit sore at the moment. Ooh. Mark up. Mark. Going from side to side, making sure your ruler, whatever you're using to draw your straight line, is lined up with each mark and it's straight. Once you've done that, you're then going to number. So from here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Same up here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then across the side, I'm going to do the alphabet A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J. Same again on the other side, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J. So there we have turned our image into a grid. And I'll show you the next stage. Okay, so what I've done is I've graphed up this, numbered and lettered, and then made a grid of the image that I'm going to use. I've then got a bigger piece of paper that I want to be using because I want to make the image larger. I've measured, I've drawn a frame within the paper. I've then measured what the length was. The length across there was 43. So I've then divided 43, the length of my paper there, by how many boxes are on my grid here. So it's 43 divided by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 boxes. And that was 4.3. To make it more precise, I've knocked it down to 4. I've then drawn, using the ruler, or if you've got a piece of wood, I've then marked 4 across, and then like I did with the grid, marked 4, 4, 4, 4, 4 spaces up, then lined it up there and marked again 4. Equally, 4 across the top, 4 across the side, numbered the bottoms 1 to 10, did the sides alphabet A up to I, and again the top 1 to 10, and then very lightly, so when you're actually drawing onto your paper, very lightly, very faint, so you can just about see it, because otherwise it's going to be hard to rub them out. Then again, lining them up, I've drawn and created the grid. So I now have the grid on the paper. There's my image. There it is on paper. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to put this up here. I might have to move it from time to time. So what I'm going to do is now using my pencil, make sure your pencil's nice and sharp. Sharpened it. Right then, so looking at your grid, whenever I start a portrait, I always start with the eyes. So I'm looking at the eyes there, and that's 4. So the eyes are 4F. So 4F, 2, 3F. So starting from here, so the line between 4 and 5, and starting here, and it's just 4F, just a very faint line. So I'm just going to gently just start to put the finer details in, just drawing them very gently, using the grid for my reference. That's why I say this is for beginners, so if you've never ever done this before, this is like really good way to get into portraiture, to practice. And then I'm looking at the other line, so where the line is there, again that's in 5, goes 5 to 4E, so it starts in 5F to 4E. 5F, and I'm looking to see whereabouts, about here. We can always rub them out, this is just using this for reference. And that's going across there, like that. Now then, I'm going to do the other eye, that's 6 and 7, so the grid there, and it starts about here. I've gone for this image because if you're just doing it for the first time, drawing a baby or children's features, because their features are so soft, it's so much easier, and it's a fantastic way to start sketching. As you might have noticed, going back to the preparation, for the preparation for this, you could be looking at about 10 to 15 minutes preparation of drawing your grids, sorting out your paper and everything, so you need lots of patience. Great way to test your patience by doing art. Then we've got the line under here, 6E to 7E. E, so E7, so using your grid to help you. Is it about just under halfway? Remember these, do them faintly so we can always rub them out afterwards. Some lines through there. And then we've got this very soft eyebrows, that's F6 and 7. So just come into F6, just underneath. You can see the eyebrow there. And then in 8, it's all just doing some little squeak lines there. 7, 8, yeah. Where the blanket comes to C8, where here. Just doing that blanket, just marking that. And get all that out of the way there. And then going back to 8, 7, blankets coming across here. 5 goes through the line there. 4F. 4F, it's coming up. 4F. 4 to 3F. It's going across there. Then 3E, again it's about there. Then D2, that's coming across there. C1, it's coming across here and down there. And then it's coming. So just putting the blanket in so I can get the soft line there, so I can just get the face in. Right, and now go with this lovely little button nose. So ED, starting 5, 6. Look at the line here, the end of the nose. It's about there. So looking at your grid, end of the nose is E45. Rubber, need your rubber. Use a rubber. I'm just using the more specialised one, that's all. I'm used to. Let's do about there. And then you come down to the lips, and they start D5, 6. So on the line here, 5 and 6, that comes here. So just putting in the lips. So looking at the grid and then just trying to get the shape. Bottom lip goes about there. Goes across. Then we're going to do this hand here. So we're in D3. D3. Feel the knuckle. Okay then, so I've looked back at the other video and could see that you couldn't see the image, so I've brought it down so you can see. So there's the line drawing that I've done, copied from the grid. So what I want to do is start with the eye, 6F, looking at the grid here, 6F. So we're going to start shading this eye here. So if I put that there, this is where your cotton bud and your tissue comes into hand, because I've got equipment like this or a rubber, but you may not have that, so you can use a cotton bud. But first off, I'm going to rub out the grid lines. This is where you need your rubber, because you don't want to have all these grid lines in your image. So I'm just going to get rid of them there. And then, just to still have that grid for the reference, you can use your ruler or your wood or your measuring tape to then just check your references if you get a little bit lost. Yeah? Right then, so let's go. So I'm going to work. So I'm here working in 6F. Yes, I am. And that's where there's some darkness there. So I'm just following the line of the eye. I'm just going to use my pencil here to just, and what I'm doing is I'm looking at the image there, seeing where I need to do my shading to here. So use my pencil. So I'll go from dark to light, using it very lightly. Use some shading to here. That's the eyebrow up there. This is the eyelid here. And then this is where we get the cotton bud. So then we're going to use the cotton bud to do the shading. You can blend in that pencil. See, do it lightly. So depending on how much pressure you use on your cotton bud, depends on how dark or how light it is. There's the eyebrow up there, so I'm going to go dark there because the eyebrow will be dark. Get some shape with the eyebrow there. So I'm using this grid for reference there, and I'm getting all that darkness around the eye there. So just using this cotton bud. So what I tend to do is start lightly, and then once I've done the whole face, go in again and look where it needs to be darker. But we're just going to get the shape and get some details in now while we start. Yeah. You can see here there's some shading. That's 7, 8, so we're going to go in there. Bring it down. Just start to create the shadows and shapes around the eye, like that. So that's the top of the eyelid. I'm going to go in now and do some of them lines there. So I'm getting my pencil again. Okay, let's bring it down. Can you see them lines? I'm just going to do that shading inside the eye, inside here now. So we're going to gently use your pencil. It doesn't matter if you make a mistake, because you'll use your cotton bud to do all your blending. So I'm just putting the lines in so we can see where you need to blend, and I need it dark there and then dark there. Okay, and then back to my cotton bud. So I'm going to do, see, I want that dark there and rubbing it in a lot harder. And there, and then going back in softly. Create them lovely little wrinkles on this lovely little baby's face. Darkness here. This is actually a picture of my granddaughter when she was first born, but I just found it just seemed too, there wasn't enough features for me. I didn't feel confident to do it. It was just too soft. I like images with more features. So it's nice for me to actually be doing this because I've been wanting to do it for a while. So I'm just going over and starting to create, see? I'm just starting to create the shape of the eye. We're doing it all softly first. So we'll do all the features very softly first and get them, and then we'll go back in and go deeper and darker. Okay. Just want to get there. Now I'm doing little creases under the eye there. I'm looking at the image to help me. Looking where it's dark, where it's light. I'm just using that cotton bud. But you didn't realise you could achieve so much with a cotton bud. It's normal things you've got around the house. So I'm just looking where it's light, where it's dark. That's why I love using pencil and charcoal. I love light and darkness. Okay, so there we've got one eye already. So now I'm going to go over to the other side and do the other eye. And again, go back with my pencil. And can we see? I'm going to do that darkness around the eye. I'm going to do around, above the eyelid, then under the eyelid. Then we're going to go into the eyelid. So it's above, below, and then into it. So I'm just, oh, I forgot. So if you've got a rubber, there's my rubber, or just a normal rubber. Rub out your lines, your grid lines first. Yeah, like that. There we go. Right then, so I'm going over. I've gone a bit heavier, don't worry. Heavy-handed. And then I'm going to go with my cotton bud again. I'm doing so I'm pressing harder, then I'm getting lighter, so less. Right, I'm going to do this line going up there. Just one of the creases there. Following that up there like that. Some darkness, going lighter. And back around the eye, then we're going to do that. I'm pressing a lot heavier now. Doing the eyelid. They're fast asleep. Yes, she is. Okay, then doing the eyelid there. And then I'm looking, where is it dark? See, where is there darkness and where is there light? Imagine your eyelid closed. Where would you see? Because you've still got the charcoal from the pencil on your cotton bud. That's why it's so wonderful to use. You don't have to go out and spend a fortune on things when there's stuff you can just use around the house. Yeah. Okay. I think there's any line. I'm just going to put a line in because the other one's got a line. Imagine lines. Another line underneath. Sometimes what I do is like draw little circles, massage it, blend it all in, create that image of the eyelid nice and closed. Okay, right then, so we've done that eye. Now I'm going to do the crease there, just under the eye like I did on the other side. And just quite heavy on the line, and then easing off, and it's a lot more gentler, a lot more lighter. So the lighter you press the cotton bud, the less of the pencil charcoal goes on the paper. The heavier you press your cotton bud, the darker the lead will be. So can you see how we're starting to look? Got two eyes in there, and like I said, once we've created once we've done the whole face, we then go back in with the pencil, and that's how we make it darker. Just wanted to show you that. So it's like layering, you layer upon layer. See how that's light there, so we can go back in afterwards. Right then, so, ooh, excited. Let's go on to the nose. So 6E, we're going to be working on the nose. And again, let's get rid of this pencil here, shall we? Just check the battery and everything's okay. Yes, it is. Make sure everything's recording okay. Last time the memory card got full and I didn't know, and I was sketching away and nothing was being recorded. So I'm just doing little circles. That's how we'll do it. Just do some little circles. Draw some tiny little circles. That's what I do. Around there. Here. So I'm just working on this section here. Then I'm going to get a cotton bud. I need to rub out these lines. So. Doesn't matter whether you're using this rub or one of these, you just rub them out. That's fine. And in I go. So I'm doing around the nose, around here. And just see that shape. And round we go. Okay. And across the nose, just shadowing the nose, following that shape round. It's coming down. Down here, I'm drawing little semicircles, little circles. It might not seem like you're doing anything, it's quite light, but remember, not all of the image is dark. So just looking at your image, seeing where, yeah, that's the shadow around the nose, going around the nose. I'm going to go back with the pencil, see the darkness in there, we just need to, some darkness in there. Just got a little bit too much. I'm going to go back with your cotton bud, in the nostril, shape in there. Through the other side. That side seems to be. There you go, just make that side a bit bigger. I'm always doing this on faces. I normally do one side smaller than the other. That's how my brain works. I always have to go back and correct it. So you're using your pencil, just doing it deeper there, more depth there. And then you use your cotton bud. And just follow that through. Oh, I can still see that line, so I'm just going to pull that out and just use my cotton bud. Let's do this shape. And then I'll come in around the nose and again just quickly get rid of these lines. Get rid of that line, these lines here. And again it's deep round here, so I'm just going to draw in little semicircles. You remember, if you go over, if you think you've done it too dark or you don't think it looks right, you can always rub it out and do it again. And that's the beauty of it. So just looking at the image, now going round and just putting in the details in the nose that I can see. I'm just doing around here. I'm just doing it faintly because remember, like I said, we do it light and then I'll come back and do it darker. I just want to get the frame of it to start with right now. So I'm back on the eye, making my way up. So I want to get the shape of the nose, the shadowing of the nose up here. There you go. So we've got some shape, the nose and the bit more there. So using your image for reference, just putting in, and then that 6F just goes up there and then there. So the shape, the eye and the nose there. Just rubbing on that bit there. Okay, so we've got two eyes and the nose. Now, just going to spend 5 more minutes, then we'll end the session, ready for next time. So I'm just going to do this shadowing for the knuckle here, fingers there. And that's like ED, so 7 ED. Can you see that on there? So I'm just doing this bit here. Just put the shading in. Just want to get the finer details in. And then get the lips done. Yeah, we'll just spend 5 more minutes. The lips. I'm just gonna set there. Little groove. That's what it's all about. It's all about darkness and light, depth and tone. When you're doing this. And don't compare your work to some of the work of like the people that have been doing it for years, and you find like some of the really good works, they're not even using pencils, they're using like pastels, more expensive pencils. When I used to do the work, I used to think, why doesn't my work, why isn't it that, I don't know, I get the depth like that, the darkness, and then realising that they're not even using pencils, they're using pastels, more, you know, more different types of pencils. So, you know, we're just beginners. This is you learning for the first time, so use pencils. Sometimes less is best, just use basic. So again, I'm just doing shading in here. Okay, right then, just gonna put the darkness in there, so it's D, can you see that? Just gonna do the mouth bit there, so it's D, 5, 6, so a little bit 7, 6, just gonna do in there. Okay. It's dark in there. I've got this bit here. You can see, make sure you can see it. It's doing that bit there. Just gently shape it. The cotton bud. Do little circles. Just that bit there. Might just do some depth there, because then we can rub all that out. Just put the shape, nothing. Do it darker there. Oh, let's rub out this bit. Just darker here. And just draw little circles. Darker there. You can go with your cotton pad again, circle. Just doing shading underneath the mouth by the blanket. Oh wait, that's 4. Yeah, finger. Just gonna let shading out. Okay, so there we have for today's session. You can see we've started to get some of the features in of the face. We've done the eyes, we've got the nose, got some of the mouth, and just done round the hands. Okay, so I hope that's all okay for today, and I shall see you for the next session. Hope you enjoyed it. Bye.